Remember how Micromax, Carbon, Lava and Intex were the hot brands selling smartphones in the early and mid 2010? It is quite likely that you owned a mobile handset manufactured by one of these Indian brands. But you no longer see Indian mobile brands ruling the market like a king. Mobile shops and e-commerce websites are flooded with Chinese mobile brands. However, if you have also purchased a Chinese mobile because of its low price, then be very careful about your private data. Chinese mobile brands pose a huge threat to your privacy. All your personal information is at risk of landing up in the hands of an advertiser or analytics firm without your knowledge. Hi and welcome. This is TFI English, the national socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am your host Isha, and in this video I will tell you how Chinese mobile phone companies are killing Indian smartphones and how they impose a threat on users' privacy. Let's begin. Last year, the Modi government took one bold step. A total of around 267 Chinese-based apps were banned in several phases. The apps ban was intended to secure the personal data and privacy of Indian mobile users. Yet, the concerns regarding the privacy of the users remain since the Indian market is still dominated by Chinese mobile handsets. China has flooded India with its smartphones. Chinese smartphones are a big hit in India due to the extremely cheap prices which companies like Xiaomi, Realme, Oppo, Vivo, OnePlus and others offer. Due to their market flooding tendencies, Chinese smartphones were becoming competition killers for companies like Samsung, Apple and other Indian smartphone brands like Micromax. The rise of Chinese smartphone brands in India has been quite sudden. In 2015, they held a 43% smartphone market share, but by 2018, their market share got reduced to a single-digit share. The Chinese mobile brands ate into the market share of Indian smartphone makers. Tarun Pathak, Associate Director at Counterpoint Research, said, the Chinese brands had been very aggressive from the very beginning. They were very strong when the transition from 3G to 4G devices was happening. Pathak added, Indian brands such as Micromax were busy clearing large pile-up of 3G inventory which was clearly outdated. Chinese companies were also quick in bringing in new features, 4G, dual camera, fingerprint sensor or glass back. Moreover, they were also able to maintain low prices to attract a wider consumer base. Initially, Chinese smartphone brands used the online model to reduce costs and reach buyers faster. With such cost-cutting measures, the Chinese smartphone makers muted Indian mobile brands and took over the market. Even the Korean tech giant Samsung has faced a major dent in its smartphone market share in India, and today Xiaomi, a Chinese smartphone maker, leads the market. Chinese smartphones too have low prices. However, the lower prices are enabled by bloatware, which is a system of pre-installed apps on a smartphone. If you purchase such a mobile handset, you cannot uninstall or even disable such pre-installed apps without compromising on the functionality of your smartphone or exposing it to serious security risks. The preloaded apps can be a significant source of revenue for mobile companies. Take Xiaomi for instance. The Chinese company earned 9.1% of its revenue in 2018 through preloaded apps and services. A paper titled An Analysis of Pre-Installed Android Software by researchers at the IMDEA Networks Institute explained the risks associated with bloatware. The problem with pre-installed apps is that they consume extra space on your mobile and affect battery performance. More importantly, they have very access to your data which can be easily misused. The pre-installed apps have customized permission to your private data on the mobile handset, and it is often way more invasive than the other apps you install from the Play Store. Moreover, you have an opportunity to decide the kind of data you want to share with an app while downloading it, but mostly you may not be even bothered about the data being collected by pre-installed apps. The paper at IMDEA Network stated, these actors have privileged access to system resources through their presence in pre-installed apps but also as third-party libraries embedded in them. Potential partnerships and deals made behind closed doors between stakeholders may have made user data a commodity before users purchase their devices or decide to install software of their own. Moreover, such preloaded apps have also been observed to have embedded third-party libraries like Rootnik. This is a real serious issue as it exposes users to financial fraud. Recently, Lithuania discovered that a Chinese mobile handset sold in the Baltic nation had an interesting feature. It contained a censorship registry of 449 words that have been banned by the CCP. Lithuania alleged that Xiaomi phone had an inbuilt censorship features, whereas Huawei model had security issues. Lithuania's defense ministry also advised consumers to throw away Chinese smartphones. So the problem with Chinese mobile brands may no longer be restricted to individual data privacy concerns. The CCP controls the operation of all private companies in China, and mobile companies are no exception. With the Xi Jinping administration getting too invasive, even the Chinese smartphones may be faced with Beijing's tight censors. The Modi government has banned Chinese apps. However, a bigger task remains unfulfilled: resurrecting Indian smartphone brands so that they can compete with their Chinese rivals.